Everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie, and today we are going to make a journal out of a paper bag. So this is the paper bag that I've chosen. It is a bit sturdy, and it has hey guys, go play somewhere else. Sammy, shh. And it has a large spine, as you can see, Sammy. And I'm not sure what it's going to look like when it'll be finished, but let's give it a go. So the first thing to do is to open it. Let me get something, and it's going to be a ruler because it was handy. Sammy, he's barking to an imaginary thing in the garden. I would love it if I could avoid breaking everything. There we go. How is it on the other side? On the other side, I need to cut it. Let me see. I need to remove this part. So let me do that off camera. Sorry, this is what I ended up with. So I've left these bits. What I've done is just open it. And I have removed, I've only done it here. I've cut according to the folds here to leave this little piece. And I've done the same on this side. Okay, that's all I've done. So now I'm going to glue, sorry. I'm going to glue the pieces that are sticking out and that I don't want to use unless they are good enough to make the spine sturdier. Let me get some art glitter glue because the paper is how can I put it? It glides, and the paper bag was a bit broken on the side. My son-in-law tried to glue it and it didn't work. So I assume because he didn't take the right type of glue. So let's see if art glitter glue does the trick. Because if it doesn't, I have no clue how we're going to do that. So, sticking. Interesting. It does glue. So now, this part, can you see? Yeah, you can. A little bit here. Yeah, with the other glue, it doesn't work. So, but that's my paper bag. That has a special sort of paper. It should work on others that have regular craft paper. So same. I'm going to glue my little thingy. There we go. Now, we do have bits and pieces, and we need to decide what to do with them. I am going to cut here because I do not want, well, no, I want the big part to be a flap, this. So this I can glue here as well. There we go. And I'm going to do the same on the other little corners. So I'll be back in a second. My bits are glued down, and what I need to do is make sure that this is glued correctly. I'm not snipping anything out because again, it's making everything sturdier. So I'm just putting glue everywhere. I've done it on the other side as well. And I'm not taking anything out, so we'll have a flap. I'm going to glue a flap here. And here we'll make a pocket because it's there. So let's just use it. On the other side, I'm going to keep this. We're going to hide the fact that it's wonky. And again, make a flap. But on the bottom, I had a very little piece, so I glued it down. All right. What I think I should do, and I'm thinking hard. Am I making the spine first? No, I'm not. Or am I? No, I'm not going to. I want to make all of the inside in one go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this. I'm keeping these, by the way, because they're sturdy and they're fabric. So we might have a couple of options out there for the cover. Let me do this. I have a road map of Spain, ta-da, and Portugal. Yes, Spain and Portugal. Why not? And I thought we could make a cover, and then on the cover we can make a something to decorate the cover. No clue what it's going to be. Although now that I think about it, I might have an idea. But we'll see, we'll see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure my bag. Shh. Yeah, okay, everybody. Hey, poupette, poupette, Mocha, stop. It's the puppies. So I'm going to cover this whole bit. And because it's a road map, I can actually cover the whole in one piece. So I'm going to cut a piece to size, leaving margin on the edges. And I will glue my road map. So nothing fancy, glue stick. I'm just going to put my glue and place my paper on it. It's rather simple, so I'm going to do it off camera. So here we are. I can't remember how I set up my camera before. So anyway, I did have to use a bit of art glitter glue because it is a shame because I hate when it does this, but it did it. Maybe you can't see it, but here you can actually see my art glitter glue. Not that it seeps through, but it makes marks. You can see the zigzag that I made. Well, it is what it is, and most of this will put something on it anyway. That was the plan. So yeah, let's go. I realized that I had an issue because I did not remove my handles. But I think there is space enough for me to glue my paper anyway. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So, for those of you who have already made covers with me, this is what I do. I take this pair of scissors and I snip the corners at an angle, not touching the angle per se, but leaving a bit like this so that it will make nice non-bulky edges if everything goes well. Bear with me, you never know. And again, if it doesn't go well, no, don't panic, you know, it's just paper. So we can do a lot of remedying. So again, I'm doing the same this corner. And I didn't cut this one. I need to cut this fold because I want my flippy to flip. So I'm just going to use a knife. Actually, it was just stuck under the other one. So that's all good. I am going, however, the bottom is okay. I can just glue it like this. But the top, because of the flippies, I need to make a couple of adjustments so that they can actually flip. So let me just first do that. I'm going to take my scissors. I actually don't mind. Shh. Sorry, they're playing. And sometimes one plays too hard, like this, so that you can see it will be free to flip. You will see them today. I promised it, so I'm going to keep my promise today. There we go. No, I'm not. Am I? I might try. It didn't work, Sophie. It didn't work before. There's no good reason for it to work now. So let me put some glue. I'm going to put it on my paper. That is too much glue, but it's okay. And here I do mind, actually. I'm doing it like this. Now this part. And it's going to be a flip. Okay. So I just need to be careful with the next piece. And by the way, this is all going to be covered, so we don't mind whether it's straight, non-straight, same size, not same size. It doesn't matter. To glue this one, because I want this to be a flip, I need to open it. And what about my thingies? I am going to cut. Just try to be in frame. If you have the same problem, let me think. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And I'm going to make it much, much smaller. But I will do that with a ruler and a knife. So I really have a small, small amount. Up. Well, it didn't work at all. It wrapped my thing. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to do the next one. Let's see. Not doing it with a knife, because that's why it ripped my paper. You can't see, but I'm trying to snip this little portion out. Oh, that was my stomach, in case you heard it. And I think it's telling me that I need a break to prepare lunch. Sorry. Oh, come on. Let me try like this. So I'm going to glue. I can't seem to think straight today. No, not different from any other day, you will tell me. True, true. But sometimes it seems I don't notice it. Although when I'm journaling, I do notice it, and so do you. I'm like Mary Poppins, I'm almost perfect. In every way, says she. I used to be sort of Mary Poppins actually, when I worked, because I joined a lot of companies who were changing, growing, or actually downsizing. So it was in periods of change, and we as human beings are not made for change. So it was rather difficult for some people, and I came to ease the change. And I'm good at that, well, at least I was. But then, once the change has been completed, and that everything is fine, you need another sort of HR to manage routine. Because routine in work actually bores me. Therefore, I'm less good at that than I'm good at changing things, setting things up, manage, all sorts of changes. But that was another life. Okay, I'm going to do this bit off camera because it's basically fighting the same way that I did on the other side. So all my outside cover is now glued. And I'm going to take the front, which is the whole of this piece. Let me see, our spine goes until here. So I think I'm going to have a spine made of something that will go up until the, oh, stop! Up until the fold here. So this is the side that I want to put something on. Chut, eh là là, les petits là. Poupette, stop. It's my puppy who's barking. What could we put? Options are, we can put a picture. I do that all the time. But we could also put some sort of a frame, I think. This is a writing card that we made, was it no, not yesterday, on Tuesday. And what about if we put a frame around it and then glue the frame on the page? And by frame, I mean a wooden thingy. I think I have some. So let me go through my stash and I'll see what I can find. I went to the cellar and I found in my stash this little photo frame. It's white, and I don't think I want it to be white. It doesn't have glass, which I don't really care. I can put some acetate to protect my card. And look, perfection. Perfection. So I think we are going to use that. What I am going to do, I'm going to sand my frame a little bit, and then I'm going to paint it. I'm going to cut a piece of acetate through inside. And then we'll see whether we want to decorate the frame, put some things on or not. And then we'll glue it on the cover. I think that's a plan. Let me get what I need. So I took some sanding paper. Oh, from my stash as well. You stay here. And this is just what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make it a bit grungier, let's put it that way. because it is a bit shiny, and I don't think that things, I'm sorry, you're moving along with my sending. Let me see. So I don't need to send it too much, just so that I can do what I want with it, and that it doesn't look as new. Okay, there we go. I'm going to keep on doing this for a minute, and I'll see you after. So I have sanded my little frame, and now I'm sort of auditioning color-wise. I've already eliminated 2 covers. One was gray, one was a blue that I find is too purplish. I have yellow, and then I have this blue, and I am not sure. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to start with yellow, and then if I don't like it, I will just cover it with blue. So let me get my cover out of the way. Out of the way. I have my frame. I have my paint. The paint is really old now. It must be 3 years old. Got it from Action, so the Dollar Tree if you want. And yeah, so I'm just going to try the yellow. What are you? Oh, something red. Something blue. Something old and something new. Don't know why. I have this in mind, as nobody has plans for wedding in my households. Although my daughter is going to get, in French it's called a pax. It's not a wedding, it's not a marriage. It is just something forming a legal bond between 2 people who live together. When it was not allowed for gay people to be married in France, gay people would make a pax because it helped them protect one another financially, for example, if one was to die, or if they had children. So it was very, very welcomed. And now you can do it, and it's less complicated as well, were you to decide not to stay together. It's just a formality. There's no legal procedure. You just go to the town hall and say, it's over. They say, okay. They give you a form, and that's it. So this is yellow. It's yellow that is not dry. I'm going to try not to put paint over anything. But I think it's too, I don't know. Maybe yellow is good. Maybe yellow will be more fun than blue. I don't know. I think I'm going to give it time to dry. Then I'm going to make a second coat. Leave it some time to dry. Then I will make a try. We'll look at it. And if I don't like it, then I will just put blue over it. So it is finally going to be blue. I didn't like the yellow. It was too bright for me. So what I've done is I've already put one layer of blue that I've dried, and I'm starting to put another one. And I don't want it to be flat. So I'm going to try to add some tiny bits of structure to it, because then I want to put some patina. So I'm just grabbing some paint, and I'm just making little, I don't know, touches like this, so that there are some little spikes and that it's not flat. So there are parts where you can still see the yellow, which I don't really mind, because you can't see it very much, and it helps giving it a certain type of look. So just play with your paint. And I dried my paint with my heating gun, because otherwise I would have had to wait for tomorrow for the paint to be dry. It would still not be completely dry today, but it will have time to dry later during the day. I don't think we're going to make much more than this today, aside from finishing the frame and then gluing it on the cover. Rome wasn't built in a day, so no reason why a junk journal should be completed in a day. And that will allow me to go back to crochet today. So I want to finish the one that I'm doing and then start something new. Okay, I think I'm done. So I'm just going to grab my heating gun. Again, no mystery there. I'm just taking it. Sorry for the noise. I'm just going to show you what I do. Oh, itchy nose. And I'm just going to heat it. Like this, I don't care. Oh, actually I do care. Because here there's a hole. A hole. But if the rest of the paint dries, I can't be bothered. You see? It is going quite fast. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back when it's dry. Okay, my frame is dry. Let me show you what I've done. So I've painted roughly, and I'm not trying to be a perfect painter. Then I made some big, how would I call them? Imprecise little spots with my brush like this. And then when I heated it with my, with my heating gun, in some places it made bubbles and I let them dry. And so now it's all textured. So I'm now going to use some patina, not too much, and I'm going to mix silver and gold. So let's try to do that. I think I'm going to start with silver. So this patina is from what? Stamperia. And I like the fact that it comes in paint tubes, I don't know how you call them, rather than little boxes, because then it doesn't dry that quickly. So again, there is no defined pattern. It's just splatter as you go. Squish, squish, squish. And you can put a lot or not. That's entirely up to you. Okay, I need to put some on the edges as well. Outside at least, I think. I am shaking and I am out of frame. A little bit more. And then I think we'll be done with the silver. Now this dries quite quickly, so you have to be careful not to leave something that you don't want. Okay, I think I'm good. So I'm now going to go ahead with the gold one. Had to remove my ring to be able to go search my drawer, the inside of my drawer. more. What I like with patina as well is that it dries really, really quickly as a whole. So it doesn't stop you too much in your process. Okay, I now want to put some outside. Okay, I think we're sort of done. Do I have any little bits left? Maybe here. I want something tiny, tiny, like this. Okay. So we're going to give it a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to grab some acetate so that we can cover our card. Well, I think it's going to stay golden. Up. Hands clear. Acetate. So I do have a scrap of acetate here. And it's a little bit too big, but not too much. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to cut a little bit off. Not too much to start with. And then we'll see if it requires further woodblock cutting. Oh, this is interesting. It did almost cut through. That's okay. There is a stain of something, but it doesn't matter. It is a junk journal. It's supposed to be a bit grungy, so really I'm not going to complain. So let's see. I don't think it will need trimming, or if it does, really just a little bit on this side. Well, I can heat it as well. Never done it in patina. So my frame is not quite dry, but if I wait more, the video will not be published before God knows how. When I have cut my acetate to size, I think I'm going to put some double-sided tape on the side, and I'm going to put it in my frame. As you can see, or maybe not, I've tried to wipe it a bit, and it's not necessarily a big success, but I think it's okay. It's grunge, so let's go with grunge. We need some tape. Therefore, I need to open my magic drawer. There we are. And if my eyes didn't play tricks to me, the size, I'm sorry, I'm a bit out of frame. Well, I'm completely out of frame, but I'm just going to glue my tape. Maybe. There we go, like this. Let me try to show you. Whoopla. So I'm just putting tape on the edges. Yeah, I am not good. Not good at gluing things straight. But it's acetate, so it is forgiving. Okay. I like this. It's from Craftelier, and you can tear it by hand. So that is really, really good. Okay. And then the bottom. There. I want a bond folder. I'm going to press my tape. Not only does it glue better, but it also helps you remove the thin layer of paper afterwards. Or so she says. Let me just put this little piece off. Okay, don't make me lie. No, you're not making me lie. Good. We are friends. What are you? On which side are you? You're there. So, little frame. I'm going to do it like this. Or maybe like this. So I'm just placing my acetate inside. Okay. And I'm going to do the same with my picture. But let me see. Because, no, I'm just going to put glue on the picture. That will be better. Art glitter glue. And I'm just putting a little bit. Because I know that it's almost too short. Or maybe we won't see much of the mouth of the lower fish. We'll see. If we don't like it, we can always change. Sometimes something looks good in principle, and then when you actually do it, not so good. So we'll see. So, I'm just going to give it a minute to dry. Here we are. This is our frame. Maybe wiping my hands would be a good idea before touching the cover of the journal. Hopla. You are waiting here. Okay. Double-sided tape out of the way. I do have a lot of patina on my mat. Well, it is what it is. Ugh. Filthy mat. The cover. There. That's the front. I'm going to fold it like this. We will reinforce the spine as well. I want to put something under. There you go. Too many things on my desk. That is not convenient. So let me change a bit my setting here. Like this. Yes. Okay. Little frame. Come see me. think that's cool. I really like it. So what I want to do is glue it sort of in the middle. So I need to make sure. I think I'm sort of in the middle. So I think that's going to be okay for me. Like this. Okay. So, with what are we going to glue it? I think we're going to try without glitter glue. And hope to have luck. So, that's not going to be an easy thing. With all of this not being dry. Let me just... What I'm going to do, and I'm doing it off frame, I'm sorry. I'm putting art glitter glue on the side of my frame, and I'm doing it off camera because I'm putting patina everywhere. And I'm just going to try to glue that as well because it is not dry. Hopla. Okay, so I've done this. And now I need to do this. So stand up. I think it's there. Like this. Hopla. And hopefully that will glue. So I'm going to stay like this until it's glued. As this finishes to dry, I am going to find something to put inside. Let's choose some paper. But to do that, I need to be able to fold you on this. So I need paper that goes from here to here, that width. No, from here. No, actually that's right, because that's inside. So from this fold to here. What kind of paper could we use? Because it's quite large. Can we use... What do I have here? This is Christmassy, and I don't think we want Christmas. This is not big enough. Ooh, that's going to be a challenge. Let me see what I can... So I was looking through my stash and I found some images that maybe I can use for the inside. Let me see. I think I have 2 of each, or even more. So I have 2 butterflies and I have a rose. The rose, I think, I don't know. I will give it a thought. I have more, by the way. So, but what I thought about, my epiphany, was that I would like to have some lace all around. So, yeah. All around, all around. So I need to figure out the way I want to build the angles, because that's my only issue, to be honest. So I could fold my lace like this over there, and I think that would do the trick. What do you think? But I would have to cut this part below, because otherwise it will be too bulky when I want to glue something inside. Okay. So what I am going to do is the following. I'm going to take... Don't know if you can hear my children now sort of whispering, but we can hear them. So, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do it. I'm going to treat this. I need to cut it. No, I need to cut it here. Or do I? I need to cut it here. below, but not above. Okay. Okay, so I am going to see how much lace I need. So I need to make a fold here. Too many things on my desk. Too many things on my desk. I need to make a fold on this side. Here. Here. With a fold. With this. I don't think I'm going to cut it. I think what I'm going to do is I am first going to glue the first part here. To do that, I need to decorate my pocket first. Yeah. So let's just do that. And I will then here reinforce my spine. First, I need to decorate this part. Okay, well, decorate. Find something that I like that can stay on this portion. So let me see if I have anything in front of me. We have a postcard thingy. We could make the pocket smaller anyway, if we wanted to. Do we want to? I don't know. This is not bigger. Not bigger. Not bigger. Okay. You a bit. But you're a, no, you're a pocket. You're not a flap. You're a pocket. That could eventually be glued here. I suppose I would need to cut it here. Do we have anything else? I would love it if I had something that's already a bit sturdy, I must say. I cannot seem to find... Oh, I have a pocket that has not been decorated yet. I could even make one. Just to the size I want. Okay. I know this is taking a lot of time, and it's, well, it is time consuming. Anyway, we're making a journal, so it's bound to take us some time. Sorry, ooh, that was a big boom. Big boom. So what I am going to do anyway, though that is not going to be that easy, because I already have the frame over there. But I'm going to make this a bit smaller. So like this. And I'm going to leave it on the other side. I don't need, I think, to do anything on the other side. So I'm going to cut a piece of masterboard to this side. to this size for this side. Ooh, a lot of sigh. Be back. So I've made a piece of masterboard to size, and I'm going to glue it over here, and then I will I need to ink the board, the edges. No, yes, and I need to round the corners. So we are going to ink with, don't want something too dark. What do we have? We do have vintage photo. I think that should be the best. Let me look for my, which is this one. Okay, so let's just ink. And then we will decorate it at a later stage. So I did make it, yeah. It's not overlapping anything, so I'm just going to put some ink around on 3 of the sides and leave the top one. No, actually I'm going to, because I'm not gluing a pocket, I'm gluing something on top of what will be a pocket. Okay, so I'm gluing you like this. There you go. Let's give it a second. You're a bit wonky, aren't you? Yes, you are. Better. Okay. Corners, we will do afterwards. What we want to focus on is gluing the lace. And the reason why I wanted my pocket to be in place is because I'm going to overlap. Or am I? Ooh, this is complicated. This is so complicated for my little head. Because I want to do that, and then I need to think of a trick for the side. Maybe I'll put it under. Yes, this is what I'm going to do. So I am going to do this. I'm going to glue my lace all around, and I will show you how I do one corner. So I will finish it with you. I forgot to film it, but I reinforced my spine, which means that it can fold like this now, and it can fold like this on this side. So just a piece of mustard board, nothing fancy, but I forgot to film it. I'd started gluing my lace, and then I realized, ooh, but if I glue my lace, I'm not going to be able to glue my background. So we need background first. So I have my lovely illustrations here. I said this one is too big, and I have 3 of them. Oh yeah. So the other ones are here as well. We have the butterfly with flowers, and I think, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm making you move. Hope you don't get seasick. There we go. We have this one. I think I'm going to put this one here at the back. And I think I'm going to put the blue one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make marks where I need to cut my paper. Between my background and my piece of spine reinforcement, I will put fabric tape. Okay, so it will hide where this joins and even a bit more. So I'm going to have my marks Would be better with a pencil, but hey, we do with what we have at hand. So I'm just taking measurements like this, which I probably shouldn't. I should take proper measurements. I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to cut it. So this is where, actually, no, I'm first going to cut the top, and I'm going to cut a part of the side, because if I put it here, okay, I want to put it like this. Let's take the paper trimmer. Do you fit? No, you don't. Okay. Then I shall cut you a bit by hand, and I'm going to have everything on the floor because I can. And I like to bend over picking up things. So I don't want to do the exact thing because I know I'm not cutting straight. I can actually cut a piece here as well. And that way, if I do take the paper trimmer, and I'm sure you heard it, something else fell. Okay, I am going to make it shorter. This is not straight. I know it's not straight. I absolutely know it. But still, I need to cut a bit of this, to cut a bit of that, which is also not straight. But who cares? Yeah. You are still a bit too big. Little by little, I will get to where I want at one point. Oh God, still a bit. Now I know the sides are straight. No, they're not. The bottom is not straight either. Nothing is straight, so let's enjoy that. I'm going to cut a bit more here. Get my piece, and I don't care whether it's completely straight or not. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. So let me just make sure this is straight. And now this is straight, so that could have saved you all of this, but why? Why should I? And like this. So back to here, and I said I want my paper to go from here, so I want to cut you here. And I want to cut you, yeah, just over here. And then on the bottom, I am going to cut you somewhere there. Okay, let's cut. That's one. Up. Oh, that's going to be lovely trims. A lots of lovely scraps to use. Beautiful. Okay. Hopla. Here we go. I'm going to ink it and I'm going to glue it. So, and again, I am not, or am I binding the corners? I don't think so. I don't think so. We don't need much more glue. No, we don't. There. There we are. And this is going to go like this. Okay, one side done. So I'm going to do the next one. Same process. So I'm going to spare you this time. I have glued my 2 pages inside my backgrounds, and I have glued my pocket down. Still drying. Now I need to place flaps. So I've chosen this one and this one. But in order for me to place my flaps, I need to cover my background, or at least to cut it. No, I'm going to hide it, I think. I like it better that way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some scraps and I'm going to cover this bit. Same on the other one. I'm going to make diagonal cuts so that it looks neat, and then we will glue these on top of. So I thought about it, and what I've changed the flaps because the other ones were a bit too big. Now normally when I put flaps in a journal, they go over a page. Okay, obviously here they can't go over the page because we have the cover. So what I have decided to do is that I would glue them here, so they would still be flaps. Then I'm going to take some cheap paper. I'm going to cover this part, and then I will cut this part and this part. So I'll be left with my flippy flap. Okay, so let's try to do that. You, my friend. So first I have seen I need to shorten this a little bit. And it's already not straight. I can tell you. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. So this is not how I want it. Nothing is working as I want it today because it is that way that I need to glue it on top of. Okay, I can still cut a bit more of my piece here. There. So now I just need to glue it where I want it. My desk is a huge mess. I can't find anything anymore. I have no space. I would say, I would hope I could say, you know, I'm going to clear my desk, but I'm not. I'm in the middle of sorting things because of a trip that I'm going to make next week, which you will hear about. And because I have to, how can I say, share things that I have with other people, which is always fun. But it takes time to find everything, to sort it. And then you want to put it back, but you can't because you've taken something else out and it doesn't fit anymore. And this is the story of my life. So, I'm not complaining. Not at all. Opla. I'm really, really happy to do these things. Okay, I'm going to glue you here. I can see your, what is she doing? What is she doing? She is thinking. And that hurts. Okay, I'm going to cut it here. Don't. Oh, yes. Paint on the floor. Isn't that swell? Oh, come on. No, actually, no paint. Just a box. So we're back here. And I have my little piece here, which I'm not going to distress on the bottom and on the sides. Well, I don't know what is not straight. I don't know if it's my flap or if it's not. It doesn't matter. We will just live with this. So I need to distress on the bottom, basically. And that's it. So let's glue it down. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. And as I've shown you, I will cut them to size. And I will need to cover maybe the back. I need to see. Maybe not, because it's craft paper. So it could actually stay as it is. I think it's my craft paper that is not straight, which is okay. I can make it straight. Okay, it is. Do I want to cover this? Maybe I will, but I will do that at the end. Okay, one flap down. I'm going to wait until it's dry to remove this bit, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I've glued the flippy flappies, and I've removed the sides. Can't say I'm very pleased with the result here. I'll need to find something to hide this. I will, sorry, no doubt. I've taken out some fabric tape to go in between the two patterns. Let me show you what I've done here. I've glued my flap on this flap, and what I want to do, because it didn't make sense to me anymore. I was like, oh, why did I do that? It is because I wanted to make a double flap. So I'm going to glue something on top of this. So you'll have a second flip. And I'll do the same on the other side. Here. Make sense? Well, it does to me now. So, just my ribbons. I've thought about the lace thing. It's not going to work. Because I don't think things through before I film. I cannot do what I wanted. But that's okay. You know, change of plan. Not a problem. So, up. So, I will have to think, but not today, at what we could do. And maybe it will be nothing. Who knows? So, I don't know why today. It took me ages to film this video. Like really, a real long time. So my video is late, because I've been filming since early this morning. Obviously, we had a break. Sorry, I guess you saw my head, off the top of my head. I guess, yeah, we had lunch, and I spent some time with the dogs, but yeah, long time to film. So that makes a long video again, I suppose. The good thing is that if I don't do the lace thing, I can do an elastic binding. Whereas if I had kept my idea, I would have had to sew. Yeah, you heard me right, sew. And I never do that to run my pages. Because it scares me. No other good reason. I would need small scissors, but I don't know where they are. You know what? I'll trim them off camera. So I'm not going to clear my desk as I usually do and show you what we've done today. We're just going to have a look at what we've done today right away. So today we've transformed a gift bag into a journal. Okay, we have made a cover. This is not in the wrong place. It's just because here on this side you will have something that will cover the spine, probably some fake leather, I think. I'm not sure. So today we made the frame just with some acrylic paint, and underneath is it was a writing card that we had made either Tuesday or Monday, I can't remember. So we've kept the handles as they were. We have made a pocket. We have installed 2 flaps. We have covered the back. We have covered the spine. I think I'm going to have to add some glue to the fabric. So same here. We have the flap, and these have pockets. This one I know for sure. This one as well, and this one is just on the front. So again, lovely backing paper. And that's it for today. So I'm sorry, this was a bit of a messy video. Well, sometimes it goes like this. Thank you for having spent your time with me and coped with my messy video today. Well, let's hope that the next one will be clearer. In the meantime, I wish you a lovely end of the week, and I'll see you on Saturday. Take care. Bye-bye.